Lads on Tour is a podcast that may contain weird, suggestive, or downright confusing stuff, and if you have an issue with that, honestly, that sounds like a you problem. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
Yeah, so, right, are you ready to, do some taxes?
Oh yeah, that'd be great. You might want to get a pen and paper, it's a lot to take in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could take anything you can give me.
Oh god, you're so smart. Right, okay, so the first thing we're going to need to do is list your earnings.
Okay. No, this is fine, I can work with this. So you're gonna show me your tax code?
Well, no, we're doing your accounts.
Oh yeah, I can show you mine if you want.
You should probably put your shirt back on, babe, it's cold. Do you think you've got all your paperwork together?
Oh no, it's late. I guess I should file for an extension.
You're kind of a bit fine, doll. It'll take a while to process. You got your expenses at least?
How about you expense this ass?
Oh, did you get it for work? We can write that off. You have to work out how much you use it for personal time, percentage-wise, and then we'll take that percentage from the surgery cost, and then that'll be...
Guy, are we gonna have sex, or are we just gonna keep making puns?
Oh... Yeah, sex would be great, actually. Thank you. Oh, yeah, just let me take my shirt off.
Because I've got a pun about making a hard copy. Oh, never mind. Let's go.
Welcome to Lads on Tour. This is a podcast about... Fuck! Welcome to Lads on Tour. This is a D&D podcast about a stag do at the end of the world. My name's Susie Rae. I'm your DM. I can do the intro to the podcast I've been doing for the past 11 fucking episodes. Lads, tell me, who would you like to play you in a film? And I mean, not who would you, as people, as players, like to play your character in a film. I mean, who would your character like to play them in a film? And Sam, start us off.
Hello, my name is Sam Ferguson, and I'm playing Artem Volkov, who is a very normal boy and a ranger during the apocalypse in particular. Artem actually has two answers to this question. There is the answer that he gives when it comes up in conversation, because obviously this comes up in conversation all the time, right? Everyone?
Yeah.
And that is Danila Kozlovsky. The reason being that he feels like he sees a lot of himself in Danila, and specifically he likes to put forward that, you know, it's really important to cast sort of Russian actors for Russian roles, and feels like a connection to that. But the bit that he doesn't talk about, the bit that he really feels deep inside, is he's got a real soft spot for Daniel Radcliffe. He likes he likes the small feral energy.
I love it.
I've got time for Daniel Radcliffe. I would be okay with Daniel Radcliffe playing me in a film, actually.
Yeah.
Totally.
He's sort of short and intense.
Also a better representation of Artem, because Danila Kozlovsky is, like, tall and plays, like, hench warriors and stuff. So I think it's not quite right for Artem.
How's Daniel's Russian accent? I imagine good.
I imagine
Accents
good.
are pretty good, I think.
Not a patch on
right?
Sam's.
No.
I mean, obviously.
I've had complaints about my accent, specifically from my mother.
Shout out Sarah.
If she's still listening, thanks
Wow.
for listening.
Wow.
But also, wow.
It's crazy
Wow,
that you had
Sarah.
to cut your mum off. I bet you did the right thing going no contact. I really think.
I
was
don't
the
really see
final
how I had a
straw.
choice.
Joe, tell us about Guy.
Hi, my name is JJA Harwood, aka Joe, and I play Guy Chapman, bard and perfectly normal, regular human man, and also resident podcast bad boy. Yeah, I am. Deal with it. Okay, so I think the person who Guy would like to play him in a movie, it's got to be somebody who knows him fairly well, and also somebody who he knows is probably gonna, like, you know, be nice about it when they do it, because, you know, Guy's aware that he's not the brightest crayon in the box, and I don't think he'd want somebody who would make him look a bit stupid on the big screen. So, bearing all of that in mind, the person he would like to play him in a film is Danny. because Danny's very nice and would be nice to him.
That's nice.
Cute angel.
He doesn't understand how films work.
I am
I
not
was
aware.
really expecting Guy would like to play Guy. Or
I was expecting like Danny DeVito or like
That
you know
one-
like
Also excellent choices.
That one really prolific crow. You know the one? Faye.
Yeah, hi. I'm Fay Evans, and I play Lucas Rossi, a very good boy and a paladin. So I think, as you said, Guy and Artem, this obviously comes up all the time. It's just like that question of like, you know, which Disney character would you fuck? Comes up all the time, although nobody ever asks Lucas that.
Weird.
Thomas O'Malley from the Aristocats. Continue.
I'm gonna ask Lucas that.
He's
As soon as the
rogue.
game starts, I'm gonna ask.
Car.
Fuck, what was I saying? Yeah, so when Lucas thinks about who he would like to play him in a film, he only really thinks of, you know, people he really admires, and he's thinking about films that he's really enjoyed. You literally see Rory shaking his head in advance.
How are you going to make this sad? How are you going to make this sad? What are you going to do?
He
Like,
also
it's-
wants
make it
Daniel,
sad.
but for sad reasons.
I don't make it sad. I don't know what you mean. No, Lucas.
His estranged father was an actor, and
Lucas thinks it would be really cool to see himself played, but like as an animated dog, and that would be like super adorable. Oh my god! And he would like it very much if he could be voiced by Tom Hanks, because Tom Hanks is the most
Okay,
awesome man alive.
if anyone wants to submit fan art of the lads as animated dogs, I would die.
I would
Yeah.
like that, please.
And I just think that, you know, he's
you're getting
a very
all of this
good boy.
content for free. We deserve little pictures of dogs that look like our characters. We deserve that.
Or if you can't draw, that's okay, because it's witchcraft. Just send us pictures of dogs that you think look like the
Yes.
lad.
Yes,
I would
that's
love to
also
see
I feel
very
fine about
good.
that
Do that,
too.
yes.
a casting of Lucas as a dog. But yeah, so he'd like to be a lovely, good boy, animated dog voiced by Tom Hanks
Amazing.
specifically. Yeah, that's
Nice. Lovely. And Ruaraidh.
Okay. Hi, I'm Rory MacDuff. I play Gregg Roomba, a naughty little boy and rogue. You're all desensitized to it now. So I have
feel
nothing else
nothing.
to do.
I mean, you can't
The,
affect us after Daddy Longlegs, so.
Yeah,
That was
don't
because of
even
Rory.
fucking
Rory
try.
made that happen. It's your
Yeah,
fault.
probably. I mean, come on. So I mean, the obvious thing, of course, is I've consistently described Gregg as looking like Nick Frost, but that's not how he thinks of it. Gregg thinks honestly and sincerely that he bears more than a passing resemblance to Orlando Bloom.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
He really
Yeah.
does. He really thinks it's all in the nose. If you ask him about it, he will say it's all in the nose. I will leave it to you.
What era Orlando Bloom?
I feel like genuinely he thinks Lord of the Rings, but worries Hobbit.
So, last week you sort of generally recovered from the spider incident.
We
You
finished the
rescued
spider
Artem.
incident. Yeah.
You finished the spider incident. You rescued Artem. You rescued Big Pete, Mia, and Percy's dad. You killed the spiders. You got a car. You got a van, which I think was a post office van.
Postal
I can't
van?
remember where we went with that.
Postal van for sure.
Got a van. Guy got laid.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Had a sandwich. Percy, who was a bit suspicious about the fact that spiders can talk and form gangs now, wanted to go speak to a friend of hers who is a prophet, because this was not mentioned in any of the prophecies, and so took you on a little road trip down in the direction of Glasgow to meet Carmen. Her name's Carmen Tagine, and she's a...
I remembered the Tagine bit. I mean,
Exotic.
Yeah, she's exotic. And yeah, you arrived at her
Spices
house.
of the Orient.
She asked you in, and I think that's where we stopped. I can't remember. It's kind of a blur. But yeah, you're in a prophet's house now. So yeah, the house is like, I think I described it as being like a mad aunt's house. It's like really messy. It's got some extremely floral wallpaper, extremely floral carpets. Nothing matches. A lot of pink, a lot of like clutter, a lot of ornaments of stuff. Those like weird ornaments of like girls in dresses, the China ones. You know what I mean? That, like,
Royal Jolton.
Yeah.
is that what they are? Yeah, those kind of things,
It's
and like
uncomfortable.
ornaments of cats and that kind of shit.
So
yeah.
I think Greg's gonna. I think we were led in and sort of offered various things, and Greg's gonna sort of
Biscuit.
Yes, there was I believe an offer of tea, biscuits, and or drugs, and Greg's going to sort of try and be quite polite and say, Mrs. Tagine.
Ms. Tazine, darling.
Oh,
Miss.
Ms. Tagine. Could I have some of your drugs, please?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. How would you like them?
I would like to snort them.
Marvelous, fantastic. And the rest of you, how would you like your drugs?
No,
can I have
thank you.
some like little bags to go, please?
Lucas is going to just walk over to Greg and
God,
go,
it's
Greg,
really rude to just
what are
ask
you
to
doing?
take drugs away.
what are you doing?
Oh, it's fine.
Why are you,
You
both
know,
trying to get drugs?
A week ago, I would have tried to intervene here, but I've realized there's no point in trying to control Guy and Gregg. They're just going to do their thing.
Lucas, it's the apocalypse.
Are you saying-
I've gone on quite a journey, and I've learned to accept that. And now I want to get fucked up.
Are
and
you
forget
saying
that it's the
that you could
apocalypse.
feel weirder than you do right now?
I'm willing to try. And maybe it reflects on you that no, that's not fair. Well, why don't you try? Why don't you? I know you've been feeling a bit shit because God abandoned you. So why don't you come and have some drugs?
Low blow.
No. I didn't mean like.
Greg, mate.
Shit. Fuck.
Lucas's lower lip shakes a little bit.
Oh no.
How about some tea? Some tea? Yes? Tea's good.
Absolutely. She has
maybe we should
fully
start with
got
the tea.
the vibe of the room, and she's just like, yes, absolutely marvelous, wonderful. Take a seat, and like sweeps out of the room into what you can see as the kitchen, which attaches to the living room. You are left alone in her living room. There's like sofas and shit you can sit down on. Again, I'm not describing a room in detail. It's a room that's got
Artem,
stuff in it. Got all the usual paraphernalia that comes in a living
Is
room.
it chintzy? How chintzy is it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Extremely.
And they're like
we talking a
lace
9?
doilies
I would say
everywhere.
possibly up to a 10. There's doilies.
to a 10,
Doilies
that's-
galore. More doilies than you could ever... More doilies than you could shake a stick at.
While she's out of the room, Artem would like to look around.
Yeah, roll investigation. What are you looking for?
Anything suspicious. Artem is inherently quite suspicious of someone calling themselves a prophet.
Fair.
14.
14. Okay. It depends what you think of as suspicious. She's got a lot of that, like, white lady went to Goa and discovered spiritualism kind of stuff.
Interesting.
And yeah, a lot of, like, spiritualist shit, a lot of, like, maps of the stars and little models of Buddha and shit like that. Beads everywhere. I don't know, I'm not... incense. A lot of incense.
Yeah, I feel like I can smell this place more than I can...
Yeah.
Musty.
It's
as
but
well.
musty, but also kind of floral.
I just want to say before she comes back that everybody be on your guard. This person claims to be a prophet, and frankly, I assume that is insane.
So yeah, that is a really good point, Artem. He's a demon. Our friend Guy is a demon. So I'm actually
he's your
okay with the
friend.
prophets.
Okay, well, listen, that's a strong point.
It's nice being mates, though.
One thing at a time. Let's just not accept everything we're told from now on.
Oh,
Except some things.
but then what are you supposed to do when somebody tells you something?
Well, you interrogate it. Sometimes people lie.
Well, I mean, we've got to tell you though, because otherwise it's entrapment.
Turns out that it means something very specific, and a lot of people misuse that term.
Oh,
Unless they are a law enforcement professional, it is not entrapment.
really?
I'm pretty sure. I know my rights.
Well, I'm learning a lot.
It'd be a really good, like, I feel like we brought up the entrapment thing so long. It'd be a really good bit of, like, 50 episodes in. It turns out one of you guys is an undercover cop.
Can I have a look and see if I can get any demon vibes from any of the shit she's got, like, on her walls and things?
Yes. I'll let you roll Arcana for that rather than investigation.
I was hoping for that. That is a 20, not natural.
She has a very, very accurate oil painting of Satan.
Okay.
And then next to it, what you believe might be an oil painting of God, but it's hard to perceive.
Can
Who
Lucas
am I-
It's an
see
ineffable.
It's actually the oil painting of Satan is like very, very hyper detailed. Like someone's put loads of time into it. And then next to it is like a framed stick figure biro drawing that just says God underneath.
Wait. Is it like, that painting that Italian woman, quote unquote, fixed?
Oh my god, yes! I fucking love that painting. Oh, I love it. I'm proud of her. I hope she's doing okay.
So, Guy, on seeing the very detailed picture of Satan, who he canonically has fancied for thousands of years, nudges Artem, who is sitting next to him, going, "Do you see what I mean? Right?
What?
Right?
Who
You see it?
is? What is that?
Well, that's Satan, innit?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so Artem, to your eyes, this looks exactly like what does it look like?
Who?
John Hamm.
Interesting.
Does.
This is just John Hamm. This is a very detailed oil painting of John Hamm. It also looks like John Hamm to Guy. It's just the guy doesn't know who John Hamm is, and Guy does know who Satan is.
Yes.
It's like, I appreciate the performance he put in Mad Men, but this feels like a weird piece of fan art.
Well, it's quite detailed.
Yeah, I don't know why they spend so much time around, that region. It feels I'm kind of uncomfortable looking at it.
Oh, I'm not.
Well, sure.
Do you think she might let me buy it off her?
You can only ask.
I will.
Uh,
Thank you.
Dog, could you have a quick look around for us? Just see if there's anything that should alarm us. Like dead bodies or anything in the other rooms in this house.
I don't know how to do a dog sniffing noise. Dog is going to roll... I'm going to give him perception because Dog has -4 on investigation because he's a chihuahua.
Oh.
I roll for dog.
So you know how Dog has rolled twice outside of combat?
Yeah, yes.
This is his second natural 20.
Yes.
Dog,
Go
dog,
dog.
dog,
What
dog.
a dude.
He has +3 to perception. So this is annoying because there is not a dead body. There's no dead bodies around.
It's always annoying when there's not a dead body.
This is so irritating.
Right? Oh my god, story of my fucking life, lads. What does he find? He finds, again, a lot of drug stuff. He finds...
He was the narc all along.
Dog's a cop! He's not.
All
Immediately
chihuahuas are
starts
bastards.
taking... I mean, you found him in the orgy, so... Okay, he pulls out from under the sofa one of those, old Kodak packs, envelopes that you used to get photos...
Mm-hmm.
When you used in the olden days when you had to take your little
printed
roll of film
photographs.
Yeah.
to
The
Boots,
olden days,
and then they
in
would
the mid-90s.
publish your photos for you on little bits of shiny paper and put them in an envelope. Yeah, you find a Kodak envelope full of published photos, and he pulls that out and then lies on it.
What is? Give that to me. Give it. Give it. Drop it.
He very
Dog.
reluctantly moves.
Thank you.
And then lies on your... You know that thing that dogs do where they lie just in front of your feet so that if you take a step you will trip and fall? But also you'll trip and fall, he'll yelp, you'll feel bad and then pet him and you know that was his plan. He's doing that. That's not relevant to what's going on, I just feel that you should know what Dog's psyche is, where it's at.
Always want to know that.
Little shits. I look at the photos.
Cool, so in the photos, mostly what you find... How many photos are in a roll of film? Some.
24.
30?
24. Okay, you find 23 nudes of varying levels of tasteful of Carmen.
Okay, whoops. Shit.
Just so many.
Better look through the remaining 22 of these, Artem.
And then at the end of the 23
Having
varying
looked
levels of
carefully through
tasteful
each and every single one.
is a picture of Daniel sitting on her sofa, smoking a cigarette and drinking a cup of tea.
Oh my god. Daniel smokes?
Yeah, You've never seen Daniel smoke before.
Artem shows the others and puts the naked photos back in the Kodak packet and doesn't show them.
That's probably for the best. Yeah, Daniel didn't smoke. He never smoked. We were 15 once.
I'm beginning to believe that there was a lot about Daniel we did not know.
Do you think is it like a clue?
We should just ask Carmen.
I don't know. If he didn't smoke before, why has he started smoking now?
It's the apocalypse. It's a stressful time.
That was why I was saying about the drugs, that maybe you want to go and have some drugs and then we'll be less stressful. Maybe we should talk about that a bit later.
How long does it take to prepare some tea and drugs?
She comes sweeping out with a tea tray with all of the tea stuff you get, big steaming pot, little old lady china cups with saucers, different patterns, again very floral, very pink, and she just comes sweeping out and puts it down the coffee table and is like, all right, darlings, here we go, have a tea, have a drink, have a cup of tea. Do you take milk? You don't want milk with this, it'd be disgusting. And starts handing out cups of tea.
Before I drink it, can Artem smell it and see if it smells weird to him?
Yeah, roll perception.
That is a 16.
That smells herby. Smells like herbal tea.
What kind of tea is this?
It's tea.
Yes.
Greg's already drunk half of it and says, "Yeah, what kind of tea is it?"
You asked for a prophecy, didn't you?
Oh, it's like tea, like where you do the
Yes,
leaves.
it's prophecy tea. Prophecy. No, that's not good. That's a bad pun.
We're not going to get high then off the tea.
Oh, no, you will.
Oh, great. And go.
Very much so.
Okay, that's fine. That's a relief.
I'm kind of not... I mean, that's just not really my vibe.
It's not like drugs. Well, it is drugs, but it's prophecy
Lucas
drugs.
puts it back in its saucer and very carefully just puts it down on the table.
Look, do you want your prophecy or not?
We should probably get a prophecy, guys, because, it does seem like... I bet this is why Daniel was smoking in that photo.
Is Percy with us?
Percy is in the kitchen.
Percy?
Yeah?
Could you come in here for a second?
Yeah. What's going on?
This nice lady is going to make us do drugs, and
Yeah.
I am uncomfortable doing that if everybody is high. Are you cool to just be here?
Oh yeah. I don't need a prophecy. I'm happy to, watch you do drugs.
Oh, I've done mine. Sorry. I thought if I'd known you wanted to watch, I would have waited.
No, that's fine.
Artem looks at Lucas.
How many
and
times has he said that?
sort of shrugs, but you can see that he's genuinely uncomfortable with this.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of nod at Artem and pick up my teacup, and Lucas is gonna drink it so that Artem feels like he can too, like this.
Okay, Artem joins in. He drinks.
Cool. So you all drink the tea.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And you start to feel yourselves just feeling a little bit fuzzy. It doesn't feel bad at all. It feels very nice. You just feel very warm and snuggly and a little bit fuzzy. And then as you sort of your vision starts to blur, you just hear Carmen go, wait, what prophecy? What do you want? What do you want to know? What do you want to know? What do you want to know?
What?
Where's Daniel?
Yeah, where's Danny gone?
Where's Daniel gone? We want to find that. We want to help.
Why
Daniel.
didn't I? Where's Cat?
So as you say
Where's
this,
Cat?
So as you say this, your vision blurs, and you fall asleep. And then you will wake up, and you're somewhere else. You are in a strange liminal space, and you can't articulate why, but you know that you are not there physically. You are there in mind. Physically, you're fairly sure you're still back at Carmen's place. You're in a strange, just a room. It feels like a waiting room. White walls, white floor, white ceiling. Not much going on there. Slightly weird vibe, but just sort of feels of nothing.
Are we dead? Did we die? Fuck!
No. I think we're good. I think this is just I don't actually look. I've got to be completely honest. The only drugs I ever did, I got from Big Keith, and they were mostly oregano. So this I don't know. Is there anything in the waiting room? Is there like a desk, or is there like a yeah?
There isn't a desk. What there is there are 4 walls, as there are in many rooms.
Many rooms.
And on each wall is a door, and on each door is a symbol.
Ooh,
the symbols
cool.
you see on the doors are an eye, a clock, a smiling face, and a boulder.
Mm.
Okay, next question. Are we having a shared hallucination? Are you, or are you just a facsimile of what I think you are in my head?
Oh no, Artem doing drugs was such a bad idea.
No, I think I'm Gregg.
Wait. I know how we can test this. And Guy just like puts his hand directly on top of Artem's face. Can you feel that?
Artem just freezes for a second and just goes, "Yep, no fucking hate this. Okay, let's move on."
Okay, right. So,
Lucas,
So-
you alright? You good?
Yeah. I've never done drugs before. Is this normal?
What's
No.
a bit different?
No, it's not. It's weird. It's weird. There's usually not as many rooms and doors.
Could I roll a quick Arcana check before we?
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you. Just
What are you
for
checking for?
General vibes. If the symbols on the door mean anything to me.
Vibe check. Do it.
Ooh, okay. That is a 23. For
No.
Arcana.
No.
Okay, well.
Not
great.
demonic.
Yeah, so what did you say the symbols were? There was an eye, there was a clock, there was...
Eye, a clock, a smiling face, and a boulder.
Mm.
Can I have the one with a smiley face on it?
Yeah,
Because he's a happy little man.
I think I do rock climbing, so I can take the boulder.
Wait. Don't we do one at a time? Like, I feel like we're just gonna go through 4 different doors. What if we get transported somewhere else and then we're all on our own?
We've already been transported somewhere else. We're in a weird drugs room, and we might as well go through all the doors and get our personal visions.
Well, how about one person goes through one door first?
Fine.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Guy, do you want to go through the happy door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just march straight up to the smiley face
Oh
door.
god, I'm afraid.
See if you can come back after you go through.
I don't know. I'll text you if I get stuck.
Artem checks for a phone.
It might actually be possible.
I think only your phone works, Guy, but...
Oh, that'll mean that I can send texts.
I like to think
Sure.
as you guys are all being like, I don't think your guy's already got it.
Probably.
He's just like,
You know,
I'll
we can all
text you
probably
and
go
just...
through the same door. You're probably right, Artem.
So you open the door with a smiling face, opens easily, and you step into just another white room. Nothing seems to be in there. Just a white room. This one doesn't have doors, apart from the one that you just came through.
Okay.
It has one door.
I guess I'll just sort of wander around. Absolutely nothing in there. Should I make a perception check?
You can make a perception check. You're great at those.
Can we see through the door? Can we just...
Yeah, you can see through the door. You can see Guy standing
Oh.
in a room.
Okay, that is an 11.
You are in a white room. It has one door.
Do you think we all have to go in at the same time, or do you think we have to close the door behind Guy?
Why don't we all go in and then try closing the door?
Why don't we
Okay.
try closing the door and then try...
Because
Yeah, you're
if we close the door and something happens, then he's on his own.
Let's
we
go
close
in.
the door and we're all in there and something happens, then we're all in there.
That's
I mean, he's not wrong.
that is better than him being on his own.
I think we might have to agree to disagree. Okay, I'll come with you because I can't think of a reason that's not I don't want to be on my own in this place.
We all go in.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Cool. So you all step into the room. As the last one of you steps into the room, the door swings shut behind you. And in the middle of the room, in front of you, a figure appears.
Oh, God.
And this figure, for everyone, I would say this figure looks different. I don't know, it is up to you as players, as characters, what it looks like. But this figure is a ghost. And it's just standing there. And you all feel individually like it is looking at you, and it is wearing the face of somebody that you have not seen for a very long time.
Dad?
Okay, I don't like this.
Dads? Is that... Do you guys...
No.
Are you here? Gregg steps forward and tries to, like...
Can Artem try and grab Gregg before he, like, gets too far away?
Yeah. It's my dad. It's like...
No, it's not. We must be saying something different.
What are you saying?
A grandfather.
Oh.
We're not related, so you're mistaken. No, I'm gonna. So Gregg's gonna try and just kind of shake Artem's hand off the shoulder and just kind of keep. Dad, have you been in the? Have you been?
Don't go to him.
I just turn around and look at Artem for a second. Hi, Dad.
The ghost reaches a hand out towards you.
I reach my hand out as well.
Artem tries to pull him away.
As it touches you, just what's your armor class?
Oh God. 14.
Okay, so it touches you. It grabs you by the wrist, and you feel the skin around your hand start to wither. And you're going to take... Hang on.
Dad, you're quite cold.
You're very cold. You're going to take 21 necrotic damage. And can you please all roll initiative?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
What's your initiative?
I got a 21.
Fucking hell.
I got a 10.
Oh, I also got a 21.
I also got a 10.
Okay.
This is weird.
Cool. So, Gregg, you're up first.
Okay, great. So what's essentially happened from like a mechanical perspective is my assassin rogue, who is amazingly good when other people are in melee, and when he doesn't get injured immediately by somebody else taking the first turn in the fight, has almost died by showing love to his estranged father.
Yes, that is what's happened.
So I just wanted to check that that's what we're at. So I think what's going to happen is he's gonna go ahead and just shriek. So he's going to draw out his. So actually, yeah. Do we have all of our normal equipment? Do we just have our in this ghostly liminal space?
Yeah. Yeah,
Cool,
you've got your liminal space weapons.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and I'm going to in classic Gregg style shriek. And no, I can't do that because
Artem prefers the term meat space.
So in this metaverse, do we have I'm assuming that an 8 doesn't hit the ghost. I swing my rapier quite blindly.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Okay. In that case, am I grappled, or am I just was I just subject to a grasping attack or something?
No, you were just subject to a gross thing.
Something bad happened.
As we all are
okay,
on a
cool.
daily basis.
In that case, I swipe at him with my sword and my twisted bit of metal, and then I take a hero's disengage and run away action.
Cool.
So I take
cool.
I disengage as a bonus action, and then I move as far away as I can, and just scream, "My dad hit me!"
Out the door! Out the door!
And
yeah.
Guy,
Can I
you're
try an
up.
object interact with the door and try and open the door?
I would love you to try and open the door. You
I try
can't.
and open the door. Oh fuck!
Oh dear.
You can't do that. Guy, you're up.
Okay, so for my action, I'm going to run over to Gregg and cast Cure Wounds. I'm going to do that by just sort of like patting him on the shoulder, being like, "You're right, mate. You're right. You're going to be fine."
I'm not having a great time with dads over the last couple of days.
No, I know. It's not been nice. And you regain 6 hit points.
I'm 12.
I think for my bonus action, I am going to turn to Lucas and give him bardic inspiration by just being like, "Come on, mate, we need you. You're the only one who can help us. You're going to be great." And that's my go.
Oh dear.
Cool. It is now the ghost's go, and I'm just going to real quickly roll a d4 to... Artem, can you roll a charisma saving throw, please?
Famously charismatic Artem.
12.
12. Unfortunately, the DC is
Son of a
13.
Oh.
Excellent.
The ghost reaches out to you, which in your eyes is the ghost of your grandfather, reaches out to you and touches your face, cups your face in its hand, and then to everyone else, the ghost disappears. Artem, you are now possessed by the ghost.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And we know what possession is.
The ghost now controls your body but doesn't deprive you of awareness. So you know that you have lost control of your body. You can see everything happening.
Oh, cool.
You're just trapped
Sort of
in your own
Animorphs
head.
thing going on here.
The possession lasts until you drop to 0 hit points. The ghost ends this, or the ghost is turned or forced out by an effect, like the Dispel Good and Evil spell.
Cool.
Yeah. That's what's going on. That's what's going
So
on
is
with
it my
you.
go
is
now?
You are ghost now.
Okay, Artem.
Actually, Artem doesn't do shit. The ghost.
I'm being Ghost Artem. Are you playing Ghost Artem?
Oh, do you want to be ghost? Do you want to be ghost Artem?
That's what I was going to do, but up to you.
Oh no, I prefer
You wanna
this.
add
I
some
prefer
PvP in
you
here.
hurting. Yeah, fuck him up. Do it. I like this.
So yeah, Artem
I like it when
turns
you
to
hurt other
Lucas,
people.
and you see a sort of weird stillness to him. Like he doesn't have the sort of like slightly nervous Reddity energy that he normally does.
That classic Reddity energy.
I know what he meant.
It's kind of just like he's shut down. And he takes a step towards you, Lucas, and as he does, reaches behind his back and grabs his umbrella, that is also a sword, and takes a swipe at you. That's a 17 plus 6.
You hit.
Soz. I rolled a 1 though on damage, so it's only 5 damage total.
Yay.
Do I have to take bonus actions and shit as well? Or I mean, I guess
Yeah, you do.
I use Hunter's Mark on Lucas?
Yep. Cool.
Dark Artem.
Lucas, you're up.
I would like to turn undead.
Cool. So the ghost is going to make. What's your wisdom modifier, Sam?
Plus -2.
And what's your spell save, Faye?
12.
The ghost got an 11. So the ghost is pushed out of
Come
Oh
on.
my god.
Artem's body. How did you do that? How does your turn
right, well,
undead
so
work?
As
Describe it
with
to
my
me.
words.
with your
It's
words.
private. As Artem turned to me and hurt me, Lucas could see that like it was not Artem. He was wrong behind the eyes, essentially. So he kind of knew something was wrong, and also then he stabbed him. So
Stabbed him.
like that was weird too. So he assumed that something was bad, and Lucas grabs hold of his rosary beads that he made out of Guy's Mardi Gras beads that he's got under his shirt and holds
I
it.
forgot you did that. Such a
And
stupid fucking move. I love
he and he thinks about everything that he loves about his new friends, and he kind of Matrix style like pushes Artem in the chest.
So the ghost is pushed out and sort of like falls backwards out of Artem and staggers against the wall. And then turns to look at you, Lucas. And it's cross with you.
That is an expression he is used to with this person.
Who does it look like?
It looks like his brother, Sonny.
Welcome to the sad show.
Gregg.
Does it have to be?
Yes.
Is anyone in melee with the fucking ghost?
I'd say he's probably still within melee range of Artem.
Okay. In that case, so Gregg, first of all, he's gonna try the door again, just to make absolutely sure. Like, he's pretty sure that the door's not.
Okay, yeah. So you try the door. No, you can't open it.
Okay. He tries one more time, and then he.
Oh, I mean, this time it still doesn't open.
I expected that. And then he kind of turns around and looks at this. I assume the ghost still looks like his dad.
Ghost still looks like his dad.
But now you turn up, so he runs forward and he's going to try and do a stealth attack. A sneak attack.
Cool.
14.
That does hit.
Ooh, that's. I expected that. 9 damage.
9 damage. Nice.
9 damage. He stabs at this motherfucker, and then once again, screams. Stabs his dad. Does it look like stabbing a human being, or does it look kind of like a shitty CGI effect from the late 90s where it just kind of goes in and there's no wound or anything?
It's that.
Yeah. Okay. So,
it's very like Marvel stabbing.
cool. No worries. So it kind of stabs. There's not really very much resistance, but it kind of like. And then
it's like a dry stab.
Yeah.
Not like a good wet stab.
No, it's just not. It's just not the same. Yeah, it's just unpleasant. So he does that, and then again runs away, disengaging, and runs back to the door, and then tries to open it another 3 times.
Guy.
Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try hold person on the ghost.
Yeah.
I just want to see if it will work. So, yes, please make a wisdom save.
That is a 10.
That does not save. So, the ghost is now held until I say so. Well, no, it's held for like a minute, but you know.
It's
yeah,
held.
and so Guy's going to do this by just sort of like looking at the ghost and going, "Mate, that's enough."
Who does it look like for Guy?
Well, I'm thinking, I don't think because of the whole, like demon thing, anybody in Guy's life might have actually died. So I'm thinking if it looks like anybody who he just hasn't seen for a while, it probably looks like his ex, Ash.
Ooh, sexy.
Guy Law.
Yeah, you shout that, and it sort of glances over at you, and goes to take a step towards you, and then just sort of shudders and stops where it is. It's now its go. What happens when it's held, by the way? Can it do anything?
It's paralyzed for the duration. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom save on a success.
He will use his go to do a wisdom save. That's a 3.
Nope.
This is held. Cool. This is always what happens in combat. So you just hold a person, and then my NPCs just stand there while you guys just wail on them.
Yay!
And speaking of wailing on them, Artem, you're up.
Artem is really shaken by what just happened, and you can see his like a little bit of an upper lip tremble going on.
An upper lip tremble.
Lower lip tremble? What trembles when you cry?
Your lower lip.
All lips.
Sam's never cried before.
Susie, make us all cry, and we'll find out.
No, that's Faye's job.
And he wipes like his sleeve across his nose, and just goes, "Fuck you," and casts Zephyr Strike, and is going to take a step backwards, so he's out of melee range. He's going to drop the umbrella and pull the pistol and try and shoot his granddad in the face.
I'm so glad you're shooting the ghost. Roll attack.
That is an unnatural 20.
That's gonna hit.
Wow. Okay, hang on. 15, 17, 22, 21, 21 total damage.
Fuck me.
Yes.
Okay, well done. So you shoot the ghost in the face.
Damn straight.
It'd been shot. And it does... Again, it's a very Marvel shot. You shoot it, like, in the forehead, and it sort of goes, like... It gets, like, sucked in.
Ugh.
And there's no blood. But its face for a second just drops, and it looks like it like filters through a bunch of different faces, none of which you recognize. Maybe like a couple of vague celebrities that you might recognize that have died.
Oh my god.
It flickers through for a second. It looks like Betty White, Orlando Bloom, Kevin Spacey, who's canonically dead in this world.
Yay.
Yeah, it just sort of flickers faces, and then it flickers back to your granddad again.
Artem spits on the floor in front of it when it snarls.
Lucas, you're up.
So does it still look like his brother, or is it like flickering for Lucas?
It still looks like his brother.
Okay.
I think it probably flickered for all of you, but it's now flickered back to the original faces.
Okay, cool. Lucas is going to take his piece of metal and just try and cleave it in the fucking head.
Love to cleave. Roll a cleave. Roll a cleave.
I roll to cleave.
Check.
Cleave check. That is a 22 altogether.
Yeah, it hits.
Yay.
I'm going to be honest, ghosts have an armor class of 11,
Okay.
so...
Alright, well, we
Roll to cleave.
roll to cleave. That's a 1d8. A 10.
Nice. Do you have any paladin shit that you put on those?
Smite that fucker.
Oh yeah.
It's undead, so Divine Smite gives you extra shit. Unless this is one of those ghosts that isn't undead.
It's gonna pop him like a balloon.
I then Divine Smite, because Lucas is a paladin.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
So that's, you get an extra, it'll be 3d8 because it's undead.
3d8, exactly. So that is...
So, give it to me. And I'll just tell you now, the ghost currently has 5 hit points left. So.
Okay, well, that's 20.
Did you say 20?
Yes.
Is that including your hit?
That
Base
is no,
damage.
that is my 3d8
Plus your hit.
plus my hit.
Okay, I was like, 3d8 doesn't add up. Yeah, it's fucking out. It's gone. It's dead. So you... How do you do this? How do you...
I'm gonna take my piece of metal, which I really hope I can exchange for a sword at some point. And I'm going to try and like smash it in the head to try and like knock it out or get rid of it completely. And I end up, I assume, with that many points, I just cleave it in two, and it just goes
It's in twain.
That is...
in twain.
Cleave it in twain. And yeah, it just dissipates. At the moment of dissipation, it's just your brother's face looking at you.
Wow.
And then it's gone, and the door swings open.
Lucas feels sick. I want to go over to Artem and check on him. You alright, buddy?
No, I didn't mean to. It wasn't me.
No, I know. Don't worry.
Please.
I know.
Let's get out of this room. I feel like the happy face on the door was misleading.
Artem grabs your hand, Lucas, and pushes a granola bar into it.
So still off number 2 said.
You're so welcome.
Thanks, but do you want to share it with me?
No. It will help. It makes it will make you feel about like 2d4 plus 2 better than you do right now.
Oh, thanks.
Artem has healing potion granola bars. I don't know who ever mentioned that.
So Gregg instantly is out in the original room. He was bashing on the door as soon as it swung open. He just ran straight through and then turned around and kind of looked. You guys coming back or what?
Yeah, you come staggering out of the smiley face room. As soon as you're out, the door swings closed again, and the smiley face starts to glow. I don't want to say white because that's my heaven colour. It starts to glow orange. It's a neutral colour.
Looks like it's a hell colour.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It starts to glow pink.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
pink's
Profit. Yeah. The smiley face, the door swings closed and the smiley face starts to glow pink.
I'm just gonna say this to get it off my chest. Drugs fucking suck.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't.
This is an anti-drug podcast.
Well, they're not always like this. I've not had to... Well, no, okay, I have actually had to fight my ex when I was on drugs one time. But, like, that was before I came up here, so that was a different thing.
This is a drug-ambivalent podcast.
Guy was the inspiration for Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, and most of the time it's really cool. But I'm actually, I'm gonna say that Gregg kind of like rolls up as he's got a jumper. He kind of rolls it up, and he's just like, I assume my arm is still extremely fucked up from this grasp.
Your arm is extremely fucked up. You are like black and withered.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like, I think, I still think this is kind of like a hallucination or a dream, because then I kind of roll up my arm, and this obviously dead tissue is kind of spreading up my veins, up and down, up from my wrist, and I kind of say, yeah, because I don't think this is supposed to look like that.
Oh, God.
Oh, no,
can
mate.
Lucas do some first aid on it? Like, come and put some antiseptic on it or something?
Yeah, sure.
Again, I think we're in a dream, but I appreciate the effort. Excuse me just for a moment. Gregg turns around and vomits directly onto the ground. Just retches, doubles over. Sorry, this is...
Get some real nice Foley in there.
This is the bad kind of drugs. I confirm now it's the bad kind.
No, it's all right, mate. It's all right. You're doing great. And Guy's just sort of like rubbing his back a bit as he's talking to him. You're all right.
The trick is, kids, don't do drugs that you have to drink or eat in any way. Just snort and inject.
For legal reasons, we cannot leave that in the podcast. Artem holds out a granola bar.
So yeah, Gregg wipes away some more vomit and takes it and immediately starts eating it.
As I was going to say, as he goes to reach it, Artem holds it up in the air once.
What?
And just says, "Now I'm going to give this to you, but next time I fucking try and stop you doing something stupid, how about you listen?" And then I extend it again.
Excuse me, it was my fucking... I thought it was my fucking dad. We're in a weird dreamscape. It had a happy symbol on the door. So...
Listen, I accept this kind of weirdness from Guy, but you should fucking know better.
Do you actually think so?
When's the last time you took drugs and saw your dad after running through a walking smiley-faced door? Use your fucking head.
You actually want to know the answer to that? No, I haven't actually really done that before. It'd be funny if I had, but unfortunately I haven't. That's just the reality of the situation. It's quite a grand experience.
Granola bar before your hand falls off or something.
Yeah, I'm actually genuinely quite worried about that. Although weirdly, the hand feels fine. The wrist, again, I roll up my my jumper again, and then start to retch, put it back up, and eat the granola bar for 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, your whole forearm is sort of blackened, and it just looks like sort of like a writhing mass of eels under the skin.
Oh no, you didn't.
Bringing in the eel content. Yeah. Pro eel podcast. What are you doing now? There's 3 more doors.
Should we go to the boulder door and just be like, Lucas is just going to go, look, it seems that we're going to have to go through all of these no matter what, so why don't we just...
It's a dungeon or something.
Let's open the boulder... Oh, Artem, do you mind if I open the boulder door?
Why don't we check and see if any rocks are going to fall on us first?
I think that's a good idea.
A boulder.
That's not the sort of thing that happens. Rocks won't fall on everyone. We won't all die, so don't worry about it.
Oh, all right then.
Lucas opens the boulder door.
Artem's going in behind Lucas, but like SWAT team style. So like holding the gun, like ready.
Can I roll a perception?
Yeah, roll perception check.
At least we got through that.
16.
So you open the door, nothing falls on you, and it looks like another empty white room.
Okay, everyone, I think this is going to be a similar thing. Let's remember to not assume that whatever it is that we see is real, but we should assume that it's going to hurt us. So why don't we come in and go back to back in a little circle and keep to the door so that we can see what's going on, okay?
Shouldn't we spread out?
Well, no, I think... No, I think why don't we stick together back to back for now? And
Guys
then,
already walked in.
Greg closes the door.
We're already in there, and then we can see, and then we can just see, just in case. Okay.
Cool. So you all walk in back to back,
Like a little
sort of
star.
backwards turtle.
like a little
Like a
star.
little
You're all
star.
holding
Yeah, like-
hands, but back to
Exactly.
back.
Like we're just
Yeah, it's lovely. It's really
Adorable.
nice. You go in.
Oh god.
The door swings shut behind you.
Yeah.
And you hear, sort of behind all of you, in the middle of your circle, you just hear 4 small, like, taps, which sound very much like pebbles have just hit the floor behind you.
Okay, break up, everybody.
Artem combat rolls to like one corner of the room.
Right, you combat roll. Everyone else just drops hands and turns around. And there's 4 pebbles on the floor in the middle of the room. Perfectly round, smooth, like very, very nice, like rock-looking rocks. Like, fun thing, whenever I go to the beach, I bring back Sam the rock that looks most like a rock.
It's always really good.
He likes a rock that looks like a rock.
I like things that look
I
like the
can't-
thing, like sticks that look like sticks.
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
it. That's good.
So sometimes leaves that look like leaves. Sam's very easy to get gifts for. So whenever I go to the beach, I bring him a rock that looks like a rock. That's just a fun little anecdote
I
for
love
you.
it.
They are rocks that look like rocks, except that they are different colours. There's a red one, a blue one, a white one, and a gold one.
Ooh.
A red one, a white one, a blue one, a gold one?
A red one, a blue one, a white one, and a gold one.
Can I pick up the red one?
What?
I would love for you to pick up the red one.
I
Joe.
immediately pick up the blue one.
I pick up the white one.
Okay. Bear with. Okay.
I don't touch
Joe?
fucking anything.
I've just sent you what's happened to you. You picked blue, Rory, is that right?
I did.
Did you say white?
Yes, white.
And you didn't pick up anything, Artem?
Not current. Is the gold one still on the floor?
The gold one's still on the
Yeah, I
floor.
don't touch it.
Okay, cool. So what has happened is I've just sent the 3 of you a message on the internet with what has happened to you. What needs to happen is you have all been, for lack of a better word, cursed. And the others need to speak your curse aloud for it to be broken. You need to break the curse on every single pebble.
Great.
The thing... Help!
Well, I've got a rock. Look.
Okay.
Look, it's a good rock. It's a really good rock. Look at it.
I mean, it's...
Look at my rock.
I don't. Why?
I can see...
What is happening?
I just like it. I think it's nice.
I'll you...
Sorry.
It's
weird.
red, look.
This thing's...
Okay, we walked into this fucking room,
But it's thingy. It's the one that's not the...
It's my red rock. I like it.
and the first thing you dickheads did was pick up all the rocks, and now you're all having a stroke.
It's like Mars, but small.
And I just want to say that we talked about this like 20 seconds ago.
It's the thing that's like, because they're all different
like Mars, but
things.
it's really small.
They're all the
I don't know
same.
what Mars is. Mars
but
is a
they're
planet, 'cause I
different
saw
in
it
a
on the
way,
telly once.
and there's a thing about them
And
that's
also in a movie.
different.
Listen, Gregg has forgotten what the word rock is. Fake. Lucas can't finish his sentence.
No, it's not that thing. It's not that thing. It's not the thing about that thing that's about this thing, but it's a thing that's about each. It's about the things. It's about everything. Is
I feel like nobody's paying attention to me and my rock.
Different.
Actually, you know what? Gregg is acting completely normally.
It's fine. I did nearly have one curse that just said everything's fine, don't worry about it. But
Do I need to pick up the last rock? Is that what you are all individually trying to tell me, but very badly?
I don't think...
No.
Lucas can only speak in sentences of 3 words.
Yay!
that's one. So that's
you.
broken. So the rock just dissipates in your hand.
Okay, so that was weird.
Well, that's really
Okay,
weird.
so whatever happened to you
The thing
I
just...
don't want my rock to go away.
is happening to them, I
I
assume.
like mine. It's nice.
Okay,
Guy is
Guy
into
doesn't
his
want to
rock.
ever leave the room.
Yeah. Guy loves his rock, and he will protect rock.
I mean, he does, but that's not it. I'll just tell you.
That's an entirely separate. That's less a curse and more a blessing.
Gregg has forgotten the word for rock.
Okay, well, Lucas.
No, it's not.
No, I just think
As long as Lucas is being
I
normal.
just like it.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, that's fine. Okay, Artem picks up. Now I'm just doing everything in the Russian. Artem picks up the gold rock.
Okay.
So excited.
Oh dear.
As he goes to pick up, he's like, "See, you need one sober person in the room." Okay.
We need one sober thing in the thing.
I don't really feel... Okay, Gregg has forgotten all proper nouns.
Yay!
Yep.
Nice one.
The blue rock dissipates.
I don't feel any
Oh,
different.
you got the thing. You sorted it.
Gregg has still forgotten proper nouns.
No, I feel fine.
Well,
now.
I don't
can
know
see
about you, but I don't think there's anything wrong with this.
Guy doesn't realise anything has changed.
No, that's not it.
Guy, tell me about your rock.
Guy doesn't say anything. He just holds out the rock.
The guy wants someone to take his rock.
Guy, can you give me the rock, please?
He holds out the rock.
I take the rock from Guy.
Okay. This is gonna be fucking chaos.
Am I still
Okay,
cursed as well?
neither of you.
Okay.
You're both still cursed, but now neither of you can state this curse.
Oh no.
So good. This is so good.
Gregg, do you like hats now?
I don't feel any different.
Well, I just feel fine.
I really love this rock. It's amazing.
It's a really good rock.
It's a really good rock.
It's a really good rock, right? It's the best rock.
Yeah, I'm
It's
really
such a good
enjoying this rock. I really
It's
like
so
having
nice.
this
It's
rock
like
here.
a little Mars.
It's so
Like if
funny.
you hold it up
It's
and
so
you,
nice. It's so
stretch your
red.
arm
It
out
is
really
like
far,
Mars.
and
It's
then
like the
you'll
planet
be like
Mars.
a planet.
The planet Mars is like a million miles away.
Or
It's
like a really
crazy.
tiny light, but far away.
Oh, it's not that far. It's not always
It's
far.
quite far. Like I've got long arms.
It's quite far. I think it's quite far. I wonder if they have Mars in
I
hell.
bet my arms are longer than yours.
I don't think that's true. I think I have very long.
I've got the longest arms.
Is it a
No, I have long
mansplaining
arms. I
rock?
have long arms. I'm a tall man.
All they can talk about is the rock.
They're talking about how tall they are.
That's just a personal choice.
No, we're not talking about that.
No,
It's a highly competitive rock.
It's not competitive. We're not competing
We're not,
about.
like,
We love.
competing.
We
It's
both.
just that,
Everyone
you know,
loves the
it's
rock. The
just a
rock is
nice
good,
thing, and
but
we
we're
wanna
not.
talk
It's not
about it,
about
but,
like.
like-
Because I mean, I'm not as tall as Guy, but I'm very tall.
You're starting to lose me, but I don't think my rock is working.
No,
I don't
it's
think
fine,
that
it's
we're
fine,
going
it's totally
to make
fine.
any sense with this guy. I don't think he's
I
understanding. I don't think
think
Artem's
he gets it.
understanding.
Greg,
I don't think he's understanding it.
Greg, let's swap.
I don't think that's good.
I hand my rock to Greg.
No, Lucas can't solve this.
Oh,
No.
Greg's gonna do it. Greg's gonna do it because even if it's bad, it means that.
Okay. And Gregg, you were the gold.
So I'm now.
You're
we're now
triple
looking at
cursed,
two
and now
each.
Fay is the only one that can name. Lucas is the only one that can now break the curse of the red rock because he is the only one that hasn't touched it.
Either Lucas or Faye know what the fuck is happening with the red fucking rock. Guys, can one of you put the red rock on the floor?
So anyway, I really think
no,
that you
no,
should
no,
work
no,
this
no,
out.
no,
Like it's
It's
pretty
I just need
straightforward.
to admit that
I
it's
don't
a
think
great
you're
rock,
making any
possibly
kind of
the
sense
best.
here.
Do you know what?
I don't think
Everybody-
any.
The red rock is the best.
No, I
rock.
don't
No.
think that's what. That's.
No, I don't think
No,
it's
no,
even
that's
Well,
not.
it
That's
is,
not.
but, you know,
It's not.
it's
Your rock
probably
is the
not.
best rock.
No,
I
I
think.
think-
And again, my
There's-
arms are
Like, if
very,
we were
very
ranking
long.
them
My
on a
arms are
scale of,
so
like, 1 to
long.
10.
I kind of don't know
Like
what
a
these guys are
solid
talking about. I feel
have
like it's
long
not really
teeth, I have
relevant.
long
Lucas
teeth.
just cries.
Same.
Oh my god.
While you're crying, Gregg is silent.
Oh my god.
Do they? Okay. They all think that they have the best thing. They have the longest arms. They are the tallest. Fuck's sake.
No, I don't know why that's the
don't
choice that they've
understand.
made, but that is not the curse of the rock.
just
That's
a
just
bit
who they
we're
are
doing.
as people.
They all love the rock. All they can talk about is the rock. Do they know their names? Do you know your names? Do you know anything but
No.
rock?
Sorry,
I think, you know, so I know
yeah.
my name perfectly well.
you're pretty sure.
Oh.
Guy just gives you a thumbs up.
I don't understand what the curse is. I don't understand. Guys, tell me more about the rock. One at a
It's
time.
really simple. It's got nothing to do with what
It's
anybody
not got
else is
anything to
doing.
do
Like
with
the
the rock.
important
It's just that I
thing
think the
is
rock is
easily as
nice.
that like
not very
it's
much.
kind
something
of,
to
you
do
know-
with the way that we're all.
I don't really get it. it's sort of confusing.
But we're all
But
doing
they're
this.
still long.
All of you have to talk in really long, drawn-out sentences that can't stop.
No, I don't think.
I know. I
think
feel
we
like
are
that might be in the right
getting there,
ballpark,
but,
but it
you know,
doesn't
it's
feel
like
exactly
odd-looking
right.
man.
Every sentence ends. No.
No.
Not even
Some sentences
close.
don't have to talk.
Yeah, I kind of was going there. They can't. They go off on a tangent every single sentence.
No, I think.
No. Faye, as a act of benevolence, do you want to roll an intelligence check?
I mean, hopefully it's Lucas because Faye's pretty fucking -10 right now.
In fairness, we've all completely fucked you by all getting cursed somewhere twice.
Joe and Rory should go to jail for the way that they've approached this. I just want to...
That is a 15.
Okay, a 15 I will give you. You notice that if you don't talk, they don't talk.
Oh. Lucas is going to test something. So, guys, tell me...
So pretty much,
What
like,
about
if you
Lucas?
start
you need
talking...
you need to be thinking closer
Okay,
about...
so every time I talk, they talk.
Yeah?
Is that...
More broadly.
Every time anybody talks, they have to talk too. And they can't stop talking the entire time somebody else is talking.
I'll give you that. It is, you can't speak unless someone else is speaking, and you're then compelled to talk loudly over them. Thank fucking Christ
Genuinely
that one is broken.
mansplaining.
I was going to say, I feel like I got pretty close.
You did! Oh
Yeah.
my god.
And then you took the rock!
I mean, that was just because it looked
It was
like fun.
very, very funny the first time all three of us did it.
So the red rock dissipates in Artem's hand. The only rock remaining is the gold rock, which has been touched by both Gregg and Artem.
I feel like that one's not doing anything.
I don't think it's doing anything.
That worries me.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you feel like it's doing anything?
What do you think?
I think you're sort of both saying the same thing.
Does it make you not
Well,
sure of anything?
Who are you talking
Both
to?
of you.
No, I feel like I'm on track.
I feel perfectly fine.
I don't know.
actually.
Why don't you ask us questions, like, one at a time?
Yeah, try and. I don't think that'll help actually.
Greg.
Artem, what's your favourite rock?
Lucas.
Sorry, who said that?
Guy?
Guy.
Yeah, I said Artem, what's your favourite
Guy.
rock?
I don't know if I have one. Possibly hematite.
Not even the red one.
No, like, in the room?
Did I love the red rock?
No, the
Yeah.
red rock was a fucking nightmare.
Well, I think something's wrong with him, Lucas, because that was a great rock.
Keep asking us questions. Maybe it'll work.
Maybe it'll work. Greg,
Lucas.
do you have to say people's names before you speak to them? Do you have to say people's names every
Before
sentence?
you answer a question, you've got to say
That
somebody
doesn't
else's
sound
name.
right.
Try some more stuff.
Artem, what's your name?
Guy? It's Artem.
You've got to say my name when I ask you a question before you can answer the question.
Not quite.
Is Rock still there?
Greg, what's your favourite band?
Lucas. I don't know. I guess it's probably Coldplay.
Fuck
I've
you!
never hated
Artem
Greg
just-
more.
Yeah.
For the listeners, sometimes Rory has a face he makes when he says something that he knows is infuriating, and I knew before he said Coldplay that he had that horrible little face
Goblin
on.
face.
it just hit me. It was like a.
Jesus. Artem.
Lucas.
Okay. So they both have to say the name of the person they're looking at?
No.
They both have to say the name of the last person who spoke?
No.
What happens if and I just look at Gregg. If we...
Do you think we?
Yeah, you can do it with each other.
Artem.
Gregg.
Artem.
Gregg.
Artem.
Gregg.
Artem.
Why
Gregg.
have you done this?
Artem.
Gregg.
Artem.
Gregg.
Artem.
Gregg.
Lucas starts
Artem,
looking for drugs.
Gregg.
Artem.
There's no
Gregg.
drugs.
Artem.
Gregg.
Artem.
Gregg.
They're like the
Artem.
birds in
Gregg.
Finding Nemo.
Artem.
I hate
Gregg.
this.
Should
Artem.
Gregg.
okay, I think
Artem. Artem.
Artem.
Artem.
Gregg.
Artem.
Lucas. Gregg. Lucas.
Artem. Greg. Artem.
Gregg.
I'm gonna start saying Craig. Craig.
Oh no.
wait. Does anybody have a mirror?
Quick, just put some black cloth over my head and I'll go to sleep.
Oh no.
Am I still bad at puzzles?
Why am I so bad at puzzles? I feel like I'm usually okay at puzzles. What is this? It's like you know me.
I'm gonna do it again.
Oh, no.
Gregg. What?
Lucas.
Tell me about your last job.
So I guess so. It depends what you consider a job. But like I was delivering some things for Big Keith's mum, and it was like I don't think that's it. I don't think it's tied to the things that I was delivering because again they were mostly oregano.
And to be clear, we don't have to wait for you to invite us to speak. I feel like I'm completely normal.
Yeah, I don't think there's a problem. I don't think anything is
I
actually...
can't remember if I've asked this already because I think I've said all of the things, but I don't know. Do you have to say the name of the last person who spoke?
No.
Right.
That doesn't feel right.
Look, I don't think there's anything wrong with Artem.
Gregg.
Artem.
Artem.
Do you
Gregg?
have to say the name of the last person who said your
Artem?
name?
Gregg.
Yes.
Thank
Oh,
fucking
thank fuck.
God, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I wish I had,
It was
I wish
when
I
they
had
went-
eaten all
Who
of
are you-
the rocks.
Then you would have had all the curses. It was when they were like, "Who are you speaking to?" And you were like, "Both of you."
I was losing my mind.
I was so pissed because I thought, oh, this will move things along.
Okay, so the
What
final.
a fucking set of curses. Incidentally, that was an insanely
That's
good
fucking
bit. That was a
hilarious.
very,
Thank
very
you.
good encounter.
Thank you. I was very proud of that. I came up with that exactly 5 minutes before we came on the call, and I'm extremely proud of that. The gold rock dissipates, and the door swings open.
Oh my God.
That one was nice. You didn't get bitten by any ghosts.
In the grand scheme of things, that was less bad than family trauma.
Yes, that is true. What's left? We've got a clock and an eye. What should we do next?
Well, I picked the first one, and you picked the second one, Lucas. So I think Artem or Gregg should pick.
I agree.
Let's go for the eye.
Okay.
Sure.
Cool.
Guy, who did you see anyway?
What?
I feel like we're doing some,
Oh, the ghost.
trauma bonding.
Oh, that was my ex. They're not dead, I think. I don't know. We lost touch.
Oh, fair enough.
Your ex
Yeah.
partner?
Yeah.
Who were they? Were you close?
Were you close with your ex?
I don't know how this shit works. He's
I
a
mean,
demon.
they were sort of a dick, to be honest.
Aw.
See?
But
I'm-
I guess not.
no, it's fine. It was a while ago.
I'm sorry, Guy.
Like, it's all right.
I'm sorry. That sounds...
Oh no.
I'm going to start saying, "Are you close?" Anytime. Were you close? Anytime anyone brings up their ex. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Were you close?
I'm opening the eye room.
Okay.
Cool. You open the eye room. Same deal. You look in. It's an empty room.
All right, why don't we just go in? Because I think whatever is going to happen, and there's not very much we can do to prepare for it.
I love it when you say that.
Yes, but please, I beg you, do not touch anything until we think it through. I beg you.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna nod, and then I'm gonna kind of turn to Guy and say,
I mean, what if it's really interesting, or if it looks fun, or if it's just nice?
I actually did like the red.
It was a good rock, right?
It was a good rock.
Oh my God.
Like, I know we probably can't take souvenirs, but also, like, that would have been a really good one.
So you walk into the room with the eye, and the door swings shut, and the lights go out, and you are plunged into darkness, and you hear a voice in the darkness, and the voice says, I have eyes, but I cannot see.
It's a potato.
No hesitation from Gregg.
As you say that, Gregg, you find yourself outside the room again. You're back in the waiting room.
Ah! What? Guys!
Gregg,
It's a
are you
tattoo
dead?
of an eye.
A potato did this.
Can we hear Gregg?
No.
It's a
Gregg.
tattoo of an eye
Gregg.
because it's an eye, but it can't see because it's a tattoo of an eye.
As you say that, Guy, you're out in the waiting room.
No, it didn't.
It's a storm.
Oh
Right.
shit! What the fuck happened?
Lucas,
what the fuck
Lucas,
happened? Did you say potato?
Lucas.
And did it teleport you back? Did the potato
Lucas.
teleport you back?
No, I said it was a
As
tattoo
Lucas
of an
says
eye.
storm, Lucas is back in the waiting room.
Oh shit! Did you say potato?
No, I said storm.
Guys? Guys?
Can I knock on the door of the eye room?
Are you dead?
You knock on the door, Artem, you can't hear the knock.
Okay. I'm gonna hope that answering doesn't mean instant death.
Just for you.
I'm gonna go with needle.
And you're in the waiting room, and the eye carving on the door is glowing
Oh,
pink.
okay. Well, that was easy.
A nice gentle riddle.
Nice.
Son of a
Pleasant
bitch.
little riddle.
That went well.
Love it. That was great. Well done, guys.
Answer's always potato.
Do you think I should get a tattoo of an eye somewhere?
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Yes.
No Illuminati shit. You'll get creeps.
Oh, okay. I won't
It's
then.
the apocalypse, and we're in some kind of drug trance.
That's what they
You're
want
a
you to
demon.
think.
Get a tattoo of it.
Well, I guess the tattoo that I've already got has got eyes, but just because the tattoo I've got is the face of a dog I met once.
Oh, can I see it?
Do you want to see?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just like
That's
lifts up his shirt, and it's just like on his abs.
Oh my god, I love it.
Oh.
That's a really nice tattoo.
Wait, is dog here?
Dog is here. Dog's with you.
Holy shit.
Dog also took the drugs. Dog's just been in the waiting room.
Dog drunk
Dog.
the tea.
Dog's off his tits. He didn't follow you into the room. He's just been in the waiting room.
He doesn't count.
He's not part of
Having
this.
a nice little nap.
Let's go do the clock. Let's go do
cool.
the clock.
Let's go.
I just pat dog.
Sorry, Artem, you get to pick the last one, but there's only one. So.
Thanks, Gregg. I pat dog on the head and just say quietly, I hope you're not dead in meat space.
Dog does that little. He's
Greg
asleep,
vomits again just because when you say meat space.
and he's doing that thing where that dogs do when they're like chasing squirrels in their sleep. He's like doing little like
leg.
muffs and like twitching his legs.
Cute.
Very cute.
Okay.
Cool. You go into the final room with the clock as normal. You go in. It's an empty white room. As you go in, the door slams closed behind you, and a clock, like the countdown clock, appears above the door. It is counting down from 60 seconds. The only other thing in the room is a lever.
Oh dear.
Okay, try the door.
We've got to pull the lever.
Don't pull the lever. Why would you pull the lever?
We haven't got very long. To pull the lever.
Don't pull the lever.
Because but it's counting down until we. But something might happen if we don't pull the lever.
Okay, push the door. Can we get back out?
No.
You go push the door. I'll pull the
Okay,
lever.
let's look for something else in the room quickly.
There's nothing else in the room. It's just a lever. It's just a lever. Guy, should we pull
Can I
the
poke
lever?
the clock?
You poke the clock. It's a clock. It's currently showing 20 seconds.
Is it a digital clock or an analog clock?
An analog clock? It's
Why?
like
Can I
Is
try
it
and
so
hold the
hard? We need to
second
pull the
hand in
lever.
place?
It keeps going. It keeps going. It's now on 11 seconds.
Lucas, should we pull the lever? You're smart.
Oh god. Can I roll
5.
perception?
Do it.
Perception!
I pull the lever.
You pull the lever. The clock restarts.
Oh.
Okay,
Back to a
okay.
minute.
No,
It's
fuck
bought
this.
its time.
Fuck this.
Can I roll perception?
I've seen Lost. Do you want to get stuck
course
in
you
some
have.
perpetual bullshit
Oh
machine?
my god, we were on an island and we were in a plane crash.
Has our GM seen Lost?
I saw the first season. I don't really remember. I saw the first season when it came out. I remember there was a scene where one character tortures another character.
Are we still on
and
the
I really-
timer?
Yeah, you've got 29
Don't
seconds left.
fucking pull the
One
lever.
character tortures another character, and I really
I rolled
processed that
perception and I got
over a period.
a 16.
So there's a lever, and the clock is showing 15 seconds.
I'll pull the lever again.
The clock resets.
Can I hit the floor and
Gregg.
basically like see if there's a seam or anything? Basically, what I'm trying to work out is the floor gonna fall out if we?
It doesn't look
Okay.
like it.
Gregg, just let it run down, man. Like, what the fuck are they gonna do? Unleash another ghost?
Well, they might, yeah.
That is yeah. I guess I mean
Okay,
We'll
look.
kill that fucker too.
We can't.
All right, maybe we should wait for the clock to run down, but let's get ready,
Yeah. Okay. That's a good
and
idea.
also maybe let's hold hands.
Yes. Okay. And Lucas holds hands with Guy immediately and holds his other hand
Yeah.
to Artem.
Greg grabs Guy's hand.
Artem reluctantly takes Lucas's hand.
So there was this scene where Sawyer, who's like the edgy robot type who gets
Yeah.
tortured, and it was something I didn't process for a really long. What are you
we're
guys doing?
We're holding
Nothing.
hands.
Okay, lovely.
Greg yells potato.
And suddenly a ghost emerged. No. 4 seconds. 2.
All right, we're gonna be fine. We're
1.
gonna be fine.
The door swings open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, suck it, clock.
So what?
Let's go.
You heard me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Guy's gonna trot out again, but he's
Yeah.
not gonna let go of your guys' hands unless
Lucas
you
like
say so.
ushers them out. Like, come on.
You all go out holding hands in like a walk
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
That's so sweet. Yeah, that's what we do.
And the door swings shut, and for a brief minute, the clock glows pink. And then all 4 doors disappear, and they're replaced by one door. And this door has a book on it.
Oh, I love books. Is it a Bible?
Unclear.
Round 2, motherfuckers. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
I pick up dog and take dog with me.
He's still asleep. He's snoring. Very cute. You go into the final room, and once again, it is an empty white room. You go in, the door swings shut, and in the middle of the room is a dais with a book on it.
Can I investigate the book?
You reading the book, or are you just
I would
looking
like to
at the
look
book?
at the cover first.
Okay. I won't make you roll investigation for that because it's you can read. You look at the cover, and the cover just says Lucas Rossi.
Guys, does this say my name to you, or does it say your names?
Can I have a look?
Cool. So, Guy, you look at it. It says Guy Chapman.
Oh no, that's me.
Wait. Okay. We all asked different questions before we came in here.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe we should read it one by one, and maybe it'll have the answers.
I don't know if we get more than one. I feel like we need to prioritize.
If we're all reading it at the same time and Lucy and I are seeing different things at the same time, maybe we can all just look at it at the same time.
Who asked for what?
Well, I want to know what's up with Danny.
I asked about where Daniel was. We were asking stuff about Daniel. I don't know. I asked specifically where he was. I don't know what Guy asked.
Lucas, you asked about Cat, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's our priority? What's number one?
Well, we know Daniel's still... we know Daniel is looking out for...
Danny said to
Cat.
find Cat. He said get Cat.
Yeah, but he knows... He'll know how to do that.
But if he said get Cat.
We're going to get Cat, but we need to get Daniel too.
We do, but
Guy,
we know that Danny's out and about and he's looking after himself. We don't know anything about Cat.
Guy, come and stand next to me, and you and I are going to open the book at the same time.
Yeah,
and look at it at
all
the
right.
same time. Okay.
Yeah, I want to know what's wrong with Danny.
Okay.
Because something's up.
Okay, stand next to me and let's hold hands.
Yeah, okay.
And Lucas opens the book.
Okay, Guy. So you open the book and you look at the first page, and you're thinking about Danny as you do it. And you read a story, and it is a story you remember well. You read a story about hell. And as you read it, you remember all of the feelings you had in hell. You remember the pain and the screaming and the, above everything else, crippling boredom of being in hell. You remember doing the accounts. You remember a tall, beautiful demon standing over you and taking you by the hand. You remember Levi, your dad, not really your dad, hates it when you call him that, sword emoji. You remember
Getting aggressive.
different people, different demons pointing you down a path, and you walking that path and doing what you're told. You remember coming to Earth, and you remember being in Earth, looking at a spreadsheet like you did in Hell, and looking up and seeing Daniel smiling down on you. And that's what your story tells you. Lucas, you were thinking about Kat. And you remember the first time you met Kat, which was at a party at Rev Deb's house. You were a little bit nervous. And you met this very, very lovely woman, and you had a really nice chat. And it was not long after you'd met Daniel, and you introduced her to Daniel, and you remember having a really long conversation with her. You remember Daniel coming over, you introducing the two of them. You remember talking to her loads. You remember encouraging her to go out with Daniel when he asks. You remember 2 weeks ago, just before you guys went on the stag do, you remember Kat coming to your house, and you remember her tears, and you remember the smell of vodka on her breath, and you don't remember anything else. And that is the story that you read.
Can I turn the page and see if there's any more?
Yeah.
There's nothing more.
I'm gonna like flick through the book really, really quickly, and just like I'm looking.
You're flicking through and you're just reading the same story over and over and over.
What does it say?
It
Well, it
does.
sort of told me a bunch of stuff which I'd already done, which I don't know if that counts as a prophecy, because that's about the future, isn't it?
It just. It didn't tell me where she was. It just told me like how when I met Kat.
Do you guys want to have a look?
Can't tell you anything else.
Come on, let's look.
Gregg,
Mm-hmm.
you read, and again, you are also thinking about Daniel, and you remember being very young, and you remember your mother, and you very vaguely remember your father, but all you remember of him is a dark figure who left early. And then you remember that space being taken up by Daniel from the age of about 3 when you met in nursery. And you remember a childhood with Daniel. You remember that Daniel was always there. And Daniel you remember him spending
so
his days
cool.
at your house. Almost every day after school. Sometimes when you should have been at school. You remember playing in the woods. You
Sometimes he would normally go to school. He would normally want to go to school.
Sometimes you would persuade him not to.
Yeah.
And you remember having your first drink together in the woods out of stuff that you pilfered from your mum's cupboards.
Mm-hmm.
You remember finding woods porn. And then you remember Daniel leaving. And you remember that dark space coming back and never going away.
Yeah, I kind of didn't think he was actually going to go, you know.
That's the story that you read. Artem, you are the only one that came to the book without a question. And you read your story, and again, it is things that you remembered that you until now had forgotten. You remember being in the boat on the way back from the island, and the seal speaking to you, and dog speaking to you. And as you think about that, you remember that this is not the first time an animal has spoken to you. You remember the crows outside your window whispering to you at night, and you remember a family pet that wasn't around for long, murmuring your name, and you remember being terrified of the zoo because the cacophony was too loud. And you remember turning away from that because it wasn't something you were able to deal with. And that is the story that you read.
Artem just is like staring at the book. So if Gregg has read it and stepped back, Artem just isn't moving.
You all stand there in silence for a good few seconds, and then the wind whips up in this room. You don't know where it's coming from. The pages turn and the book slams shut. and you are back sitting crammed together on the sofa in Carmen's living room.
Page Master style. Underrated movie.
So we went through all of that, and we didn't actually get a prophecy. Do you tell us that now?
So you say this to her, you look at her, but she is not looking at you because her eyes have gone white. She's sitting in the armchair opposite you, and her eyes are white, and she's staring, and her whole body is clenched, like you can see the tendons in her neck because her jaw has clenched so hard. And she looks at you, and in a voice that's not going to sound good because it's my voice, but, do something.
Fix it in post.
She says, "Four stand before me, asking for their truth. One can see every path, but cannot walk most. One will make the darkest choice. He will be cracked open and erased. One will diverge. I cannot say more. One has no fate or meaning. He is the one that I fear." And then she closes her eyes and she looks back up at you and she's just back to normal. And she just goes, "Right, darlings, how was your tea?"
Do you have any more? Okay, honestly thinking about applying the Carmen vocal effect to this to make it sound more sort of spooky and important and so on. But I won't. Lads on Tours, Fay Evans as Lucas Rossi, Sam Ferguson as Artem Volkov, JJA Harwood as Guy Chapman, Susie Rae as our GM, and me, Ruaraidh MacDuff, as Gregg Roomba. Thank you for listening. Please share your love of this podcast, or mild enjoyment, whatever, with your friends, and you can do it with strangers on the internet through the magic of giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. You can tweet us at Pods on Tour, see us on Instagram at Lads on Tour Pod, and we will see you in 2 weeks for what I'm going to tell you is another crazy one. Bye. No, you hang up first. Bye.